Good afternoon, my people. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your boy Manchimex here again. And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. So today it's going to be different, okay? I'm so honored to be having my first interview with this beautiful lady right here. Behind the scenes, like without even her knowing, I've been admiring her a lot. Like, she's someone whom I want my daughter to be like someday. Someone I myself aspire to be like someday. She's a mom, an entrepreneur, a serial business mogul, like everything which encompasses a great woman. I've been here before. She's having her meetings. She's a boss lady, and as well as a friendly boss. And without much talking, good afternoon, madam.
Good afternoon.
And thank you for honoring my invitation. And
thank you for having me.
Okay. So, who is Sparkle Tlc? Who is the woman behind the Sparkle Tlc?
Okay. Brief summary about myself. I am Taka and Shkarin, a Puze Akem. That's what you forgot. I'm a wife too. Yeah. So, I'm an entrepreneur, as you already said, and an educationalist. I'm a human rights activist. I actually have a master's degree in international human rights law from the University of Chang. And then, aside that, I decided to follow my passion, which is the beauty industry. So Sparkle Tlc has been existing as an individual business since 2013. So this is like my 8th year as a business owner. And aside that, I'm a family person. I love company. I have a lot of friends and clients. I'm from a very, very big family, from Pinyin to be precise. And then I'm married to a man from Com, so both Northwest region. And I'm from a very, very vast family, the Taka's dynasty. So I grew up with family. Maybe that's what makes me to be very friendly to people, because I'm so used to having people around me. So, well, for fun, I hang out. I like partying. I'm so addicted to social media and my business too. That's the little I can say about me.
Okay. From what you've said, you are literally like, you're well in it.
And, I could say that.
Yes. So, what you could use your educational background, your degrees, and all your certificates, and maybe get a job in a 9-to-5 job, and leave, because everybody's dream is to work a 9-to-5 and go back home from family, you drive to work and all that.
Yeah.
But why did you go into the beauty business? Why did you choose this line of business?
Well, talking is still related to my background. My great grandmother was one of the first women in the palace to start doing a business, because she was married to the chief of Santa Akum, and there were 22 wives. She was the first person to start doing business. Like the first woman who could know I could put a small table in front of my home and start selling to other women in the palace. I'm her successor. So I feel that was inherited, inborn. And then my grandmother too was the business type, though my mom is not into business a lot. But my grandmom is the person who started pushing me into business. Back in 2008, she used to travel to Ghana, so she brought African beads. And then I was in the university at that time, in my second year in Chang. And then she used to give me to sell them. So that's how I started selling jewelries. So I started by selling jewelries. So from then, I've always had the passion for beauty. So while in school, during my break, I used to come home, go behind the market in Bamenda, learn how to braid. I used to find a salon, learn how to do 1 or 2 things. And then I had an auntie who told me she could help me to learn nails and eyelashes. That was 2008. At that time, it was not too popular. So during my holidays, I used to spend time with her. From then, by 2009, I started doing my business bit by bit. I was working like from one mini state to the other, getting clients, and it started making money for me. I now realized I didn't have to rely on my family or friends or even on my allowance to make a living. so I could spend for myself. I could sustain myself while in the university. And I'm somebody, I don't like to suffer. I love money a whole lot. So from then I said, okay, if this thing is giving me money, why don't I pursue it? So it was not just about the passion that the money was bringing to me, but it was not just the passion that that I had for the business, but the money the business was bringing to me. I think that was really my drive.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So in 2013, Sparkle was birthed.
Yes.
Okay. And it started in Bamenda.
Yes, Polytechnic Bambui. Okay. I had like a 3-meter square shop salon.
So it didn't start big?
No. It's been a long way coming. What you see today
started from a small box.
Yeah, very small. Like I couldn't have 4 clients at the time. I had just 2 mirrors and 2 chairs and a little waiting couch. And at that time I did just hair and eyelashes, and then I had a shoe stand where I sold shoes and handbags as well. That's how Sparkle started. Yeah. So
how was business like in Bamenda?
Well, back in the days for me it was okay. The reason why I started in Polytechnic Bambui was from 2009, 2010, 11, the lady who used to do my hair, I partnered with her, and then in her salon I was the main nail tech. Okay. So that's where I really learned hair a lot. And then when I came home, I had another lady who I partnered with too. I was doing nails and pedicure and lashes in her place. So when I came back to open Sparkle, I wanted to go to a university milieu because that's the area I've been used to. I had the impression that those were the people I could deal with since I'd always worked with students. So that's why I went to Polytechnic Bambui. It had its good days and bad days, but the bad days were mostly holidays because I left that area simply because of the fact that when students are on break, you don't have business.
Yes. Exactly.
So it's dormant. So when I was there for 1 year after that, at that time I had just my first degree. I left and went back to school. I closed Sparkle. Okay. I went back to school for a year. I did my master's. Then when I had to come and do internship, I came back home, opened up, and I was doing my internship while still trying to get my master's.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So moving to Douala, has it been a premeditated plan, or it is the crisis that influenced you moving to Douala?
Well, it was not premeditated. Sparkle Tlc Bamenda, what I left before actually moving to Bamenda was about 4 times the space. It was huge. Well, maybe not all the services I offer here today were there, but it was really, I built it from scratch. Like I took a scrap yard and I did everything from the tiling to the roofing and everything. So it took me a lot. That was my greatest investment ever. And it opened in 2016, in June 2016, precisely 11th of June. So I was so attached to that place, which without the crisis, I would not find myself in Douala today. It was doing really well because when I opened, we were just like 4 unisex salons in Bamenda. So with that kind of space and the multitasking that was going on there, it was really, really good for business. It was doing so well. But the crisis, when it came, it put me down a lot. Firstly, because my clientele base were youths, and they had the feasibility to move. It was very easy for them to relocate to Douala, Yaounde, and other towns. Yeah. So that's where I started lacking. Like if I had 100 clients, I could say 75% of them were youths. Maybe because I was also young and I was vibrant. Yeah. So I didn't have a lot of parents as clients. So when most of them moved, business became stiff. It became really, really stiff. So my moving to Douala was not by choice. It was because of the crisis.
I've been here before. Like this is my place where I shave and do everything. Okay. So when paying the bill once, I heard you talking about how leaving Bamenda was like the toughest decision for you because you had to sell everything, leaving what you built from scratch.
Exactly.
And moving over to a town where you barely know and everything. So how has that process been? How was the process of you transitioning from having your business in Bamenda and bringing it all over to Douala? How has that process been? Has it been easy or it's been a tough one?
No, it's been very challenging, I must say. It's been very challenging. I moved to Douala September 2019. So I was at home for 1 whole year. Reasons being that I had to study the market.
Okay.
I had to create awareness to my clients who had earlier moved that I was here. But while in Douala, Sparkle Tlc Bamenda was still open. So I used to do back and forth, and I had a very good lady managing the place for me. She learned a lot from me. I practically trained her. So we worked for almost 2 years. And when it was time for me to move, because I felt like the crisis was really threatening my stay there, I trusted her enough to handle the business. So when I moved, I had to stay at home for 1 year. First of all, financial reasons. I didn't have enough capital to set up the kind of place I wanted in Douala. Secondly, I needed to build a clientele base, and I needed to study the market to see what is keeping businesses alive in Douala. So it was very challenging. You know, if you're somebody who works every day, like I had been used to waking up every morning, leaving home, coming back in the evening, having a busy day, and then I had to come and stay in the house for 1 whole year.
Yeah.
Now doing nothing. It was so challenging for me. It was actually demoralizing. But then thank God that I could pull through it. Yeah.
Okay. There are many beauty houses in Douala. Like a lot.
A whole lot.
And what is that gap you are trying to fill with Sparkle TLC? Like, why would I want to come to Sparkle TLC and not go to any other beauty house? Because I might think they offer the same services.
Of course.
So what is that thing that what is that gap you are trying to fill, which you feel like other beauty houses do not offer?
Well, when I came to Douala, when I said I was studying the market first, I was practically moving from one spa to another. Because every day you go to Facebook, you see Fond de Commerce Avant, and it feels discouraging. Asking yourself, I want to start a business, but this is another person selling their own business. So what is making that person sell out? What is making that person shut down? So what I tried to focus on was move from one institute to the other. Like I'll book for a spa session today here, a pedicure section tomorrow there, just walk in there. You know, I was trying to understand what is keeping some people in business. One of the beauty houses I look up to the most in Douala is Spectra. And that is one of our Anglophone brothers who has been in the business for so long.
Yes, yes.
He started doing nails from scratch. And now, when you talk of nails in Douala, you talk of Spectra. So I tried to ask myself, what is keeping him in the business and other places which have been existing for long? And what I came to realize is, in Douala, for me, out of my judgment, there are 3 things you must put into consideration. First, make your place look beautiful. Gone are those days that people didn't care about the looks of a place where they go to get their beauty services. Gone are those days that people ignored the hygiene of a place. Especially with the COVID-19, people are being very careful about where they go to and how that environment looks like. So I tried my best to know that. First, in Douala, make your space to look beautiful. Secondly, your services have to match that beauty. You need to ensure that whatever you're offering a client is reliable enough for that client to want to come back. So if you say you're a nail tech, be at your best. If you say you're a hairstylist, be at your best. Try to explore, find out new ways to beat the competition. Thirdly, your customer service. Well, you're a client here, so maybe you'll be a better judge of our customer service.
No, like it's top notch.
Yeah.
My brother Nana there, like he takes care of me so well. When I come to pay, the girls are so friendly. If they don't have change, I can pay through mobile money, or they offer to refund me my change through mobile money. Like they make use of every medium of payments, and that is why for the services.
Thank you. So I feel that that's very important, because it's not every day you satisfy a client.
Yes.
You could cut your hair today and Nana doesn't do it right, but maybe because of the way he's polite to you, you're going to come back. But then if I offer you a good service, I feel like you should actually make a client see the worth of their money, because if those clients don't come, you can't be paid. So for me, those are the three things I put into consideration before opening my business. My space, that's how it looks, my services, and my customer care.
I feel confidence in the way you are talking, and I know Sparkle TLC is going to go big and big and big. Do you have any fears about this line of business?
No, the beauty industry is wide. It's very vast. I feel like Cameroonians, we are not even exploring half of what the beauty industry has to offer.
That's true.
Well, that's my encouragement. That's my motivation to be in beauty, because I feel like it's something is never going to die. It's always going to, like, every single year, there are things that come up. For example, when I came to Douala, I wasn't doing microblading, micro shading, lash extensions. And that's new in the market. Cameroonians are actually trying to explore that field. It still has a lot of money. I learned makeup in 2014. That's when I became a makeup artist. And at that time, makeup had so much money. We were very few makeup artists,
And
especially in Bamenda.
It was not even good like what it is now.
Exactly. Especially in Bamenda, we were very few makeup artists at that time. So, you know, every weekend you have so many bookings. But now it's getting saturated, which is good, because you have to push yourself hard to try to find out what you can do to beat the competition. So I feel like I'm not scared. I know Sparkle is going to go places. I have very big plans and dreams for Sparkle that I cannot wait to explore them to the world. For example, when I launched Sparkle TLC Douala, I started my makeup line. I just started my makeup line, and I've not even launched it officially, but most of my products are selling out. I'm so thankful to my clients who are even purchasing, like, just out of speech, you know, and they're trying the products out. And I've been getting a lot of positive feedback, especially from other makeup artists. So I know that the beauty industry is vast, so I'm not scared. I know that Sparkle is going to go places. I feel like I just need devotion and dedication, and I'm going to excel in this field.
What most young ladies or men, let me just put every young man in every young person in general, one thing which makes them scared of getting into business is maybe they don't want to start small. Everybody just wants to start big. You know, when you open a place, you want to do your selfie, your beautiful tour and everything. So is it okay to start from small and grow, or is it okay to create a very big and nice space and start from there? What do you think?
Well, I started small. So if you ask me, I'll say you should learn to grow. I feel that most Cameroonians, I'm sorry to say, but a lot of us are failing because we are rushing. That's what I feel. For example, I do practically everything in Sparkle. The only thing I don't do is massage and barbing, like milk cuts. My husband doesn't want me to do massage. I'm sure everybody can understand why. So that's the only thing I don't do. I do aesthetics, I do hair, I do nails, I do makeup. But I didn't start from there. The first thing I learned, I became a nail tech before anything. From nails, I went to hairdressing. From hairdressing, I went back to learn makeup. After that, just last year, that's when I got my certification as an esthetician and in microblading and lash extension, just last year. So I feel like starting small makes you look at humble beginnings, and it gives you more value for what you end up achieving. But you know, like I always tell my staff, I treat people in the way I expect to be treated tomorrow. That way, that's to say, you see the people working for you. Tomorrow, that girl can be lucky to win a lotto, to get married to a milliardaire, and he has the feasibility to set up his place bigger than Sparkle. That doesn't mean she shouldn't start from there. That doesn't mean she should be scared to explore. People have different opportunities in life. When I came to Douala, people approached me to work for them. I was really willing to go and be a staff. But now my problem was I was still running my business in Bamenda, and I had to travel back and forth. That's why I couldn't secure a job. But if I didn't have Sparkle in Bamenda, believe me, I would have gone to work for somebody for that 1 year while I tried to get myself together to open up. I wouldn't have really bothered doing that. I would have done that. And my plans for Sparkle were so big that I didn't know I'll achieve them. So I'm very thankful to my husband, most especially because that's my #1 supporter. Without him, I wouldn't have been able to do all of this, and my family. especially my mom and my siblings, because they were supportive. So if you have people to support you to start big, why not? You just need to study a lot or read a lot about maybe business management and all of that, and then you can be able to manage your business well. But if you don't have that opportunity, don't be scared to start small. Humble beginnings are very important. So if you don't have the opportunity to start big, why not start small? Before you know it, your business is going to grow. You don't have 50 clients in a day. You have one, and that one brings 5, and those 5 bring 10. That's how it goes. Yeah.
So what do you have to say to a young man or a young lady watching this interview right now? Like, how can you give that person some words of encouragement?
I'm sure my story says it all. Yeah, I'm sure my story says it all, but like every other person says, don't give up, be determined, trust in God. I don't always say that. What I always tell people is love money. If you love money, trust me, I'm not saying you should love money negatively. Love money positively, because for me, it's my love for the good things of life that keep me up, awake at night, trying to get innovative ideas. Just tell yourself that I don't want to suffer, and I don't want somebody to be responsible to take the glory for my success tomorrow. So tell yourself that even if somebody supported me, I am happy that I put in so much effort to back up that person's support. If you love money, you will not want to suffer. That's what I always tell people. Just have love for money, and believe you me, whatever thing you want, you set your mind to, you're going to do it. That's what I tell most people around me. Just love money and pray that God should give you the vision to follow your passion and your drive. Other people will say be determined, don't give up and stuff like that. Yes, to add to it, I just tell you to love money, and I'm sure that is going to take you places. Yeah.
So have you heard? Love money, oh. My brothers, my sisters, love money, but don't love money in that way. Love money for yourself, and be able to always maintain this money when you have it. That drive alone, it's going to get you there. So many young men and women are into online business.
Okay.
So but you decided to put up a structure. But I know, like, my status is saturated with
Clothes,
I have this
shoes,
to say,
bags,
small
food.
money, bring small money and take. People are selling food, everything from phones to everything. So I want to know, like, why should someone who is doing an online business decide to start up a structure, and what are some of the advantages and disadvantages of online business? In this segment, I want to invite my friend, the CEO of Bev's Corner, to come and take my place, so you guys can tell us the advantages and disadvantages of online business owners versus physical structure business owners. So Miss Bev's Corner of Miss Beverly of Bev's Corner, please come this way.